Time for our first guest, and he's been a frequent guest. This Detroit native broke the hearts of everyone in his home state by choosing Notre Dame over Michigan, and they've never forgotten it. He went on a 13-year NFL run with the Rams and the Steelers, participated in Super Bowl 40 for Pittsburgh, where he had a great view of Willie Parker running for a long touchdown. His self-proclaimed greatest athletic achievement is bowling a 300. His lowest athletic achievement was losing to me in a foot race before Super Bowl 43. Please welcome the boss, Jerome Bettis.
Unbelievable.
Well,
This guy. You shouldn't be clapping for him.
as slow as...
You shouldn't be clapping. What's up, guys? How y'all doing, man?
Gonna take you a little while to get up here. You're so slow.
I can't believe this guy.
Didn't you like that introduction?
You know what? You are a pessimist.
A pessimist.
Like, everything you say is negative. Everything. Everything you say is negative. I mean, my
I
goodness.
said Hall of Famer.
Like, last. That was like one of the last things you said.
You won a Super Bowl. You had a great view of, the other running back running
That's
for a
just the fact. That's the fact side of it. See, the other part of it that you love. And I was in the green room.
What?
And I'm listening to this about this race.
Okay.
And you're lucky I can't curse because I would curse him out because
That would make you Jerome curse.
See, yeah.
See what I did with that? See what I did
here's
with
the
that?
problem. It's embellished a lot more. Now, I mean, this is just this thing that happened. First of all, he talks about excuses. I had on dress shoes. You had on gym shoes. Okay, that was one. He says excuse. Then he wanted the 7-yard head start, right? That he's talking about, and he said he beat me by 10. How would he know if he's running? Right, he's running, looking back, saying,
No,
"Oh yeah,
okay, wait.
I beat him by 10." So
Hold on,
really,
hold on.
come on
Jerome,
with all of this. So, but I mean, okay,
Jerome, let me help you out here.
If you felt comfortable, you shouldn't have needed the head start. But you fought me for the head start.
You
But
know what I
anyway.
did? Have you ever seen, like, when Usain Bolt runs and he looks at the Jumbotron? I was running looking at the Jumbotron, I go, damn, I'm 10 yards ahead of him.
If he saw me on the Jumbotron, there would be footage of this race.
Okay, do you believe?
So that's not the
Do you
case.
believe that Tony Dungy tells the truth? Do you believe that Tony Dungy?
Here's what I'll say about Tony Dungy. In all of his years of coaching, he has lied before.
He has.
I mean, to like his players or something, he said something that would maybe has been an untruth.
Wow.
I don't think he's not. I mean, he's a truthful person, but he's probably given a little bit of a fib in there somewhere.
Do you think
Absolutely.
that Bob Costas, the esteemed journalist, would lie about the results of that race?
I do not have Bob Costas on the record saying that you expanded your 7-yard head start. He's not on the record saying that.
Mother Teresa was also there that day. Now, are you going to call Mother Teresa a liar?
If you look at her life in full totality.
Okay. All right.
Right?
Let me do a reintroduction there. Former Steeler running back, the guy who came up with throwing somebody under the bus.
Thank you.
I did not know that. You came up with that saying. Wait, you didn't?
No.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, I was trying to be positive. Are you okay?
I'm great now
Okay.
that you've been exposed.
He rushed for 13,000 yards, 94 touchdowns, and he won a Super Bowl. Yeah. He's Jerome Bettis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now can we have a fruitful conversation?
Why
Yes.
aren't the Steelers here?
Dysfunction. I would have to say.
Okay,
I
where
think
does dysfunction start?
it starts at the top, obviously, and coaches his.
But not ownership.
Well, it always starts at the top.
Okay.
Ownership has been obviously allowed for this to happen. So everybody has to take blame. I think that's where the problem starts. If nobody wants to take blame, then it's a problem. So I think from an ownership standpoint, they've taken blame. They've done some things to now try to correct it. They've maybe fired some guys, some coaches that Coach Tomlin would have not, under normal circumstances, let go.
Would Bill Cowher have handled it differently?
He would have handled it differently, I think, but from the beginning. Because Coach Tomlin, what he did was an admirable thing in terms of allowing these guys a little space, allowing them to police themselves in the locker room, those type of things. And those were some of the things that Coach Cowher allowed. But at the end of the day, he made the call on a lot of those things. So he didn't leave a lot of wiggle room for guys, where Coach kind of allowed a lot of wiggle room. And because of it, it's a new day and age. He's kind of allowed other things to transpire that Coach would have not allowed to transpire. So as a result, Coach, Tomlin has to shoulder a lot of the blame because he allowed that environment.
Well, what bothered you more, Le'Veon Bell or Antonio Brown?
What bothered me more is Le'Veon Bell, neither side working it out. I thought it was imperative that both sides work through it because it was only going to benefit both. The organization would benefit because he's an incredible football player, but he would benefit because you had a great offensive line, you had a complement of receivers, you had a great quarterback, you had everything that would allow you to have 4, 5, 6 more years of outstanding success, and now you start looking at the other things, Super Bowls, championships, and then possibly a Hall of Fame type career.
Would you want Antonio Brown back if you were on the Steelers?
That's a tough one. I say yes, but it's not that easy. Yes, but you have to change.
Yeah, but you can't change now.
Yeah, it's not impossible. It's not probable.
But he's a wide receiver.
But it's not impossible.
He's used to getting 100 catches.
You're right.
They're all divas.
Absolutely.
You got an emerging star in Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yep.
And it felt like there was a disconnect between, Antonio Brown and Ben Roethlisberger.
There was something there that we don't know, right? So clearly there was a problem.
But do you think that Ben actually went to the line of scrimmage, called a play, and then said, you know what, I'm not looking for Antonio Brown?
I don't think
because Antonio Brown was open one time for a touchdown, and Ben missed it.
Right.
But I don't know if Ben's going to go, boy, I'm going to hold this grudge.
Right. And I'm not going to throw it to you in practice.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think it was that significant. It was probably from a different set of lenses. He's saying, man, I'm open.
But those receivers always think they're open.
Always.
You've been in the huddle. When those guys come back, what do they say?
I'm open. Just throw it.
Yeah.
Just throw it to me. And they're never open.
And then you look at the film and you go, you weren't open.
What are you talking about? Man, you were double covered. And so, but there is a disconnect there that I think you got to straighten out. But if I'm the organization, now you're in a difficult situation because the other teams, if you're going to trade for him, then the team that's trading for him is going to say it's fool's gold because although it looks like it's a 3-year deal that looks like it can work, once I give the Steelers a first-round pick and a third-round or a first-round pick,
they're not getting that,
right? But I'm just saying, let's just say it was, or a second-round pick,
third-round pick for Antonio Brown.
But then the minute you trade for me, now I say I need a new contract.
I know.
Right?
That's what all of this is about.
Right. I need a new contract.
It's about money.
And so now these organizations may not want to trade for this guy. So now you have to look at the possibility of not the interest not being there, right? Or you not getting what you think you deserve for his talents. And I think that's when you have to say, send a letter. We'll see you August for training camp or end of July. We'll see you in August. Get ready. That's it, right? Here's the parameters. If you don't show up, you're going to be fined. Here and lay out everything that you expect. And then at that point, if he shows up, he understands it. If he doesn't show up, he's fine. and that's how you have to leave it.
He's Jerome Bettis, the 16th year of the FedEx Air and Ground NFL Players of the Year Awards, recognizing top quarterback, running back performances of the season. Voting is open and will close this Thursday at 3 Eastern. Winners will be announced at NFL Honors. That will be on Saturday. Fans can vote on NFL Twitter page and NFL.com/FedEx. The nominees, Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, Phillip Rivers on the ground, Zeke Elliott, Todd Gurley, and Saquon Barkley. Where is the running back position headed in the NFL?
Well, I just had to put in the one, but there's $40,000 donation that the USO is going to receive from FedEx because in lieu of the two winners, that's going to go to a program called Pathfinder, which the idea is to give the servicemen or spouses an opportunity to kind of reacclimate into civilian life, and they actually help with that.
Awesome.
That's a very important part of it.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. But the running back, the running back, position, I think everybody thought that it was you don't need that running back. You two platoon them now. But what we found was that it was never that. There was not those type of players available, right? So you had to get two guys to do one job.
Yeah.
But now, you got the influx of these franchise running backs. So now that is gone. That whole thought that you need multiple guys is gone through the window because each year you've gotten franchise-type running backs in the Saquon Barkley, Ezekiel Elliott, Gurley.
But how different would you be if you came out now?
I wouldn't be that much.
But how many passes
different.
did you catch in your career?
I didn't catch that
200?
many. Well, because the offense wasn't designed for me to catch. You know what I mean?
So you're saying is Ben did not look for you the way he didn't look for Antonio.
The
I
offense.
see what happened. Yeah.
See this guy?
So Roethlisberger.
No, so now you telling me what Ben is looking at. See what you're doing?
Oh, okay. My bad. I read into it differently.
Like he played quarterback.
Now,
right? He knows what the quarterback is thinking, right?
I did play quarterback. My freshman year in high school, I played quarterback. I know the position.
And it's a reason you didn't. Right. And it's a reason you didn't play your sophomore year.
Yeah, because I was.
Because they said, "Oh, we've seen enough.
We
moving you somewhere else."
I retired. And
you retired after your freshman
year, and then I devoted my life to torching the schools, Clinton, Massey, and Springboro, and Kings Mill. Google it. I torched them. Like I retired as a
You
quarterback.
retired,
and I just said, this is my life's mission.
What was your guys' record your freshman year?
It really wasn't about wins and losses.
It wasn't about wins and losses. You're right.
You know what?
Right.
It's
never about the score.
It's about teamwork. It's just about camaraderie and getting to know each other.
At some point, it is a win or loss.
I think
at some point.
I think we might have been 3-6 or something like that. But those 6 losses were by a combined like 70 points or so.
And none of it was your fault either.
No,
right?
it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No,
of course not.
So I know the position. I'm just saying. I played 1 year, and I think that's enough.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no. The offenses, when I was playing, they weren't geared around getting the running back the ball out in space. Now, on third down, we would have a third down back come in, and they would have passes for the running back on third downs. But the evolution of the game has changed so much. So now the running back is key in terms of creating a mismatch. And I think that's really in part to the Patriots because they're the team that really said, you know what, we're going to get more out of the running back position in space because we believe our running back is going to be better than your linebacker, and you're not going to be able to cover him. And until that point, that was never really exposed that much.
Yeah.
But the Patriots, they make a living out of doing that. So now every team says our running back has to be able to catch the football because there's an advantage there if we can utilize it.
I think it was 10 years ago, Paulie, when we were down in Miami. And Bussy was there, and I think you guys tried to tackle Bussy.
Yeah, that was about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We have a situation, though. We were looking for the footage of it, and it is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, someone destroyed it. I was sabotaged again. You know, whenever something good happens to me, it gets lost or it's destroyed. They can't find it, right?
Well, wait.
Because I punished them.
We can't find the video of me beating you in a foot race, so who destroyed that, Bussy?
There was no, you told the guy don't film it because you were scared that it was going to be so terrible that you didn't want them to have it on record, on file.
We don't have that. We don't have that footage.
We looked all over for it, and he really, it's funny because we thought Jerome was going to run right through us, and he went shift, and was gone. He's got moves.
That's all.
He doesn't have wheels.
He had moves.
See, that's your estimation for your rose-colored lenses that you look through.
Do you want to have a redo? Not the 40-yard dash.
You hear this, right?
No, I won't do that to you. But when's the last time you ran somebody over?
I have not ran anybody over in an awful long time.
Do you miss it?
No.
Oh, okay.
You know why? Because it doesn't hurt then, but the next day
It does.
it hurt.
Yeah, but imagine how they felt.
Right. They hurt that day. But I hurt the next day.
What I loved about Bus, I asked him one time, I said, did you ever hear somebody that's tackling you like cry? And you said
so?
yes.
Yeah.
You'd hear like grown men going.
Yeah, you hear it. You hear it.
I love that.
You hear it.
Because when you're coming.
They tighten up. They tighten up quick. They close their eyes and tighten up.
Okay, during the live look-in, I'm going to let you run the football against my guys. I mean, if you want to. Unless you're afraid of those guys
You
over
are
there.
terrible.
Why am I terrible? I'm
terrible.
giving you one last chance at glory.
Well, I was sitting in the green room. McLovin's mother is in the green room, and she specifically said, "Do not hurt my boy."
Okay, then.
She must have known
Thank you.
that this was going to happen. She said, "Do not hurt my boy."
Okay,
So
okay.
I am under a firm directive.
No, but Polly's mom is not here.
And she doesn't care.
And she doesn't care if he gets hurt. So, Bussy, it's great to see you.
It's great
and
to
doing
see
great
you.
things with FedEx, the Air and Ground NFL Player of the Year Awards. And it'll be, they'll close the voting Thursday at 3 Eastern. And FedEx will make a $20,000 donation to the USO in the name of both winning quarterback and running back. We'll come back. We'll get to our play of the day. Bus will run over Paulie right after this on the Dan Patrick Show.
Here's what we got.
That's it.
At the goal line?
Let's see if this
Okay. So this is from Miami 10 years ago.
is. We're trying to
We're
get
trying?
Efforting.
Okay.
efforting.
All right.
I guess we're gonna have to reenact.
Okay. All right. So it's not it says it's connected.
No.
Okay. No, got nothing.
You got nothing?
All right. So that means who wants to try to tackle Bussy?
I think we gotta relive the old days. I want nothing.
That'd be a problem.
Yeah.
First of all,
I'll sign a waiver.
we got to make sure from a healthcare perspective, we can make sure these guys.
No, yeah, I'm fine with
because
it.
I've been known to hurt somebody.
I'm fully insured.
I've been known to hurt.
If Paulie gets hurt,
A verbal
I can
waiver.
replace him.
A verbal waiver.
Like that's
You can
not
replace him. That's not the
that's
issue.
not the issue. As long as it's on camera, is all I care about.
The key, though, is we need to make sure that somebody's looking at his eyes. Because at the moment,
Of impact,
they close their eyes.
He's going to close his eyes.
That tells you if you really want it or not.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Maybe we could have the cameraman over here. Oh, here we go. We got you running.
Oh, we got it.
Okay. Here we go. So this is Paulie
Let's see.
and Seton.
And Jerome did this hop step.
I know. Well, he didn't want to take the contact.
I was trying to save these guys.
Okay. So look at little Seton and Paulie.
Yeah.
Look at that. You look like you're in pretty good shape
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
All right. This will be better than.
See, and this is how you scare them by the way you talk to them.
Yeah.
You just take one guy, you take his head off. It
works.
Like, uh-oh.
Look at those little guys.
Right, so they start getting nervous.
Little
the
seat
closer we
in
get.
there. Okay, here we go.
Wait for a second.
You want to go low, but then I give you the stutter,
Yeah.
and now you freeze, and then that's when I run you over.
And I don't even make contact.
See that? Well, you make contact, but you don't have any.
All right, we'll
You
walk.
don't have any
Walk-
momentum.
walk me through it.
So
Here we
we
go.
come in here, and I go boom, and then now, when I go this, and I go this, and now I boom. But usually it's the knee coming up. I don't want to hurt the chin.
I don't want none of that. I don't
Wait,
want that.
so you would run?
So
If-
so if this happened here, and I would come here, and I would come up through there, and I would boom, and it would.
That's a knee.
He go down. Yeah, it would hurt. It would hurt.
Yeah.
So I give him the shoulder and then the knee.
He's the nicest.
But that's why they would just go right at your feet.
Can you imagine in real time?
You had two choices: either you dive
middle
at
of
my
his career, how strong he is.
or you try to grab me up top.
Getting
We gotta
a
go back.
knee. Oh,
Hold
my
on.
Thank you very much for being not
Thank you.
killing me.
Thank you, Bussy.
Thank you, man.
Great to see you. Thanks for
Oh.
coming by.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Hey, thank you, Jerome.
So great to see you, man.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.